So, in our second series of the Super Bowl commercials behind the scenes, let's find out about the top talent. Like, Rick, you're always telling me we're all these Academy Award winning directors.
Yeah, so here's the thing people don't realize. The TV commercials you see on TV that are like the big brands, a lot of them are shot using the directors that do the big movies, the cinematographers that do the big movies, the production designers that do the big movies. These people all, when they're not doing big movies, they still got to pay the bills. So they are working on TV commercials, but they're getting paid their top rate. Don't get me wrong. They're not like begging for food while they're trying to do these jobs. They're not offering to work for free or anything, but they get the best people. I mean, there's many days that I've come into work and the day before, like the director or the cinematographer had won the Academy Award the night before, or the production designer I worked with a lot for a few years. He didn't win, but he did win. He did win. I always forget that he did win. Anyway,
Not naming names here.
Well, no, because his assistant had done a couple others and didn't win. I always get that confused. But the point is, there's top talent that comes in with these things, and with that top talent, they get paid top dollar.
Of course.
So, for example, a director of photography will make somewhere between $4,000 and $8,000 for a day of shooting. That's basically, an 8 or 10 hour day, 10 or 12 hour day. I mean, a director can make anywhere from $25,000 to $50,000 a day for shooting, and production designers are making between $1,500 and $2,500 a day, depending on what the spot is.
Right. And these are the big Hollywood names you would know.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen all these names in the credits and everywhere else. But even the people that haven't won the Academy Awards, the best that they're still doing. There's one DP in particular I used to love to work with. He was awesome, freaking awesome. And he had never done a movie. He only did TV commercials. But he got the same rate. But he was excellent, and he was as professional and as good as anybody else. But he chose to do commercials instead of movies.
Kind of like you did.
Kind of like I did. Because for some of us, it's a very different type of business. It's a different way of working. It's a different time frame for you, how you work. So, and with that, it tears down. The whole crew is getting paid real money for these things, which is why, commercials cost $300, $400 million to do for 30 seconds. There's a reason that they cost that much.
Right. But of course, it doesn't cost that much for your typical small business video because you don't have a crew of 50 or 60 people.
No, I mean, yeah, most of the crews I worked on, it was like anywhere between 40 and 80 people. A lot of times it was that 40 to 60 range, which included everybody. But that's a lot of people. But for small videos, you need 2, 3, 4 people often. I mean, you need a sound guy, ideally. You need a cameraman who's good, sometimes a second camera person, a director, and then there's somebody, depends on where you live geographically, but some people call them a fixer, some people call them a PA, but somebody who can get snacks and run errands and that kind of stuff.
Organize things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in addition to on the bigger shoots with 10 people, then you've got a production manager and a producer because they're bigger. Everything about them is bigger.
Right. But even on a small production, you want to have some people who can guide you through it and get the messaging right and understand all the video strategy behind it and help you work through that.
Yeah, one person can't do it all. There's categories in the Academy Awards and the Emmys for a reason. Like the director of photography, a lot of times doesn't even shoot. He's got a cameraman, and they've got a second AC and a third AC sometimes.
What's an AC?
Assistant cameraman. So more is more, but more often is better. But if you're a small business, you need to understand that you can't just whip out some script in 10 minutes, stand in front of the camera, and hope for the best. You really need to have a plan, a strategy, the right people to help you. Because I can tell you, every single person I worked with in Hollywood in 20 years, they show up in the morning, and all they really want is to do a good job for the day and the best job they can, and to make the person on this side of the camera look fantastic and get it right. And they want the client to be happy, and they want to turn out good quality work.
And that's your role when you work with small business owners.
Right. I mean, we have the saying, no is not an option. So whatever you want, we can find a way to do it. Sometimes it costs more and you choose not to, but there is a way to do everything. But at its most simple, basic core, the message, the audience, is the right thing. It doesn't matter what whiz-bang new camera setup you've got. It doesn't matter. All this other stuff is kind of irrelevant.
Yes, that's another video. It's not about the gear.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole, I'm so not about the gear. Saying that, of course, I owned a 20-foot prop truck full of all kinds of special effects things, and they had the grip truck that was 60 feet long with everything in it you ever needed, and the camera truck. I mean, and I'm not talking about like the back of a Volkswagen. I mean a truck. But that's a whole different level, and a lot of times you don't need that. If you're in a corporate setting, you can walk in and you might need a van to go get your stuff, and you've got a couple of cameras and some big tripods. These are things that are important on that kind of a shoot. But if you're shooting a chiropractor in his office, you need a couple of lights and a camera. You don't need the $40,000 camera for that.
Right.
And I really try to bring perspective into it, because I've worked up at this level. And I've also worked, with the one person sitting right here, just the two of us, on something that's more intimate, if you will. But it's understanding all those other basics behind it first.
Yeah. Very good.
So top talent is key. Pepsi spending $1 million, they want the best they can get.
Yes.
And if you're spending $1 million, you want the best you can get. If you're spending $10,000, you want the best you can get.
Or $1,500 or whatever. Yes. I mean, you always want the best, right?
Yeah. So shoot for the best, and
there you go.
it always comes out better.
Yes. So talk with Rick if you need video. And everyone needs video in today's world, 2018.
It's a video world.
It's a video world.